the dishwasher's running. Yo, is the camera on? Yo, what is good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going to every sneaker store in my city and buying a sneaker. Now, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, if you guys don't know that. We have a pretty good collection of different sneaker stores now. This ranges from retail stores to resale stores. Now, I'm not gonna be going to every Foot Locker, Champs, anything like that. I'm gonna be going to boutique sneaker stores that get limited release sneakers and just in general have a really cool collection of sneakers. Now, you might have seen some of these stores on different shows like Sneaker Shopping with Complex. The main one there being Atl, there's Wish Atlanta. Those are some retail stores. There's a bunch of resale stores like Atl Addictions, Versus Atlanta, Premium Kicks, Heat Atlanta. There's a lot of different stores that we're gonna be hitting, and we're gonna be buying a sneaker at each one of those stores. Now, the reason why I'm going and doing this and getting all these sneakers is because I'm about to be moving in the next 3 weeks, and I'm moving into my new studio that I've always dreamed to be able to have my own filming studio. I'm going to be building a sneaker wall, and I need to kind of stack up on different sneakers to have for this particular wall. Now, I already have a bunch of the sneakers right here, and this is not even all of it. This video would not be possible if it wasn't for Squarespace. Now, if you guys don't know, Squarespace is what I use for my main website and is a website builder, the all-in-one platform to make your website. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, but thank you to them so much for giving me the opportunity to do this, because this gives me the funds to be able to make this crazy sneaker wall that we're going to be making for my new studio. Now, I've got a few shoes specifically that I am looking for that I want to get for sure. And then there's a couple that I'm gonna just be going and seeing what they have, because you never know what stores are gonna have. I've said this in every other video, but if you guys don't know, we are doing a off-white Volk low giveaway. This shoe right here is an off-white mainline sneaker. This is size 8.5 or size 8. You can sell this pair right now on StockX for 250 bucks. So if you guys wanna go ahead and win this shoe right here, you can sell it, get your own size, get any other sneaker you want. All you have to do for that giveaway is you have to 1, subscribe to the channel, 2, comment down below, and then 3, follow me on Instagram. Now, we are tracking that in the link at the top description called gleam.io, which keeps track of the giveaway and lets you guys know when it's over. I think there's about 10 days left. Very excited about that. Now, I wanted to let you guys a little bit in on the upload schedule because I've never really made it defined since I had like 20,000 subscribers. So I try to upload on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. Now, here and there, I might miss one of those days, but I'll be uploading only on those days unless it's a super rare occurrence. So you can look out for videos on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I want to let you guys know so you can look out. Always post videos at 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, Thursdays, and 3 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. That is how it always goes. Now, I try to not go away from that one bit. So I might be like 2 minutes late, but for the most part, I do not miss that time frame because I try to be as on point as possible with this time thing. Today, we are not going to be in the apartment all day. We are going to be going out. You guys are going to see there's probably like a ton of different vlog footage. There's so much going on in Atlanta right now. The sneakers pop-up is still happening. I was actually able to go to the sneakers pop-up and get a sneaker that is self-lacing for retail. It is actually sick. We're going to try that out when we get back. So without further ado, let's just rewind this entire thing. Head out to me going to the different stores for the past 2 days. It took me 2 days to do this whole thing. Without further ado, let's go. Alright, so a lot of you guys might know that I have this BMW M4. This is like my car that I drive all the time, but I also have a little Hyundai, and today I'm gonna be driving in the rain. I'm gonna be driving all around the city, and I wanna be able to park easier. I don't like parking this car close to other people. I don't want door dings and all that, so today I'm gonna take my little Hyundai and be driving in a little bit different of a whip, just because it's easier to drive. It's easier to get around the city and park, so we're gonna go. Hopefully I have gas. I haven't driven it in like a week, but let's see how this goes. Yeah, baby, I have 63 miles still empty. So it's currently Sunday, so some stores don't open until noon, so right now it's 11:50. I'm gonna make my round and hopefully go in a specific order. Now, there's 2 stores next to each other, and that is the Sneakers Pop-Up, and there's Atl. Those are both retail stores. In that same area, we have another store called Heat Atlanta. Before, their price was a little bit higher, but now they are very fair with their pricing. There's 2 stores that don't open until tomorrow. Then I've got a lot of stores I'm going to, a lot of sneakers, but again, I'm trying to build this sneaker wall for my future studio that opens in 3 weeks. I say it opens, like available for people to come to. It's just my personal studio, and I want to have this really cool wall. And if you guys want to see a video of me building that whole kind of thing, let me know. If you guys want to see the process, I'm building this kind of hypebeast studio for my filming and everything. So if you want to see that, let me know. Hopefully I can find some heat today. There's been some cool sneakers that have come out the past few days, so hopefully there's still some in stock. I know that happens a lot around here in Atlanta, but it is a very rainy day out. Hopefully, the problem is gonna be bringing my camera to like the sneaker store. You have to wait in line to get in, and I don't think it's gonna be bad because 1, it's raining. 2, they're not doing like surprise drop drops or anything because it's a Sunday, and I think that they're probably not gonna have that much stock in there, but there's some things I want to get. So Sneakers Pop-Up is going to be the first right by Amamanier. Now all these stores you guys might have seen before. Amamanier is where when they do sneaker shopping in Atlanta, they bring all the celebrities to do it. They usually put sneakers in there for them to buy because it is a retail store. They don't care. They'll have like an off-white blazer in there when they're not in stock. We're gonna go there first. I gotta get gas eventually, but we're going around the city, so it's going to take me 15 minutes to get 5 miles right now, so. All right, so we're about to come up on the sneaker store that I'm gonna go to in a second, but the thing is I'm gonna go past that, go by the Sneakers Pop-Up and see how things are looking, but I'm gonna show you this shop. Just opened up 9 minutes ago, so I could maybe get parking. Here's the, that's Amamanier right there, so that's where we're going next. Love how that was super blurry, but we're actually gonna drive past the Sneakers Pop-Up just so we can see if there's a line. 'Cause I can't bring this camera out in the rain right now because you have to stand in a line. Oh, it's right over here to the left. Oh, there's a few people out there. You can see right here, that's the Pop-Up. Not really a line. It's pretty chill. So definitely not that bad. Oh yeah, look at this. This is like another, they have like an event here for the Super Bowl. The line is not that bad. I'm gonna go over to Amamanier first, and a lot of these places, oh, this restaurant looks cool. Donetto. A lot of these places do not let you film. That's just what happens. And I'm gonna pull up my phone and go for it, see what happens. I know sneakers I can film from the outside, but then I don't wanna bring my camera out because it's gonna be getting wet, so let's figure this out, but we're gonna make this happen. There's the pop-up. Everybody went in, so no more line. That's a good sign. They're not making people wait outside too long, so. If I had to guess, they still have shoes like the PlayStation Air Force Ones, which I sold on StockX. Probably have just a lot of the general shoes. I don't think there's anything crazy there, unless they like randomly just are like, yeah, you guys can get all these shoes. All right, so just parked. Parking's free on Sundays, and now we're gonna go over to Amamanier, check out what they got. Camera's already getting pretty wet, so this is not a good wave. First stop is gonna be Amamanier. They're very strict about filming, but you can see nice little sneaker setup. This is a retail store. Carry a lot of cool sneakers. Some are very unique, and they get a lot of limited releases. All right, so I just got a pair of shoes, and I've been wanting these for a long time. It's a shoe that I have a lot of the same silhouettes of, but just heard they have a sneaker over at the Pop-Up that nobody's over there to get, and it's the Nike Adapt BB, which automatically lace. And I'm gonna get them. The retail's high, it's 300, but that's a shoe. It's not gonna be good for resale, but it's a cool sneaker because it has that technology of the self-auto lacing, but it's not $800 like the other Adapts that came out. So I'm going over there and grab them. There's like no line, so I'm pretty hyped on that actually. We'll see what happens with this camera. I gotta put these shoes in the car because there's no need for that. You guys might have seen the box. Comment down below which silhouette you think it is, because I wear a lot of them. It's my favorite actually. So here's inside the Sneakers Pop-Up. Again, super strict about filming, but you can see there's a nice little line. Not nearly that bad, but when you see what's on the inside, they have a bunch of sneakers that are pretty limited. Like on the inside, they had the infrared 6s, they had the turbo green Jordan 1s. They just have so many different shoes that are randomly dropped. Sneaker 2 secured. Now I was wrong. Total was $381 after tax, so realistically making like 20 bucks. Not a big deal. I mean, it's money to be made, but I want to try them on, see if they work before I make a decision, because I really don't play basketball like that, so not much of a point for me to keep them. Look how big this box is. 2 sneakers down. 2 pretty solid pickups. The first one is one that you've been able to get. They've been sitting in stores. But now we're gonna go over to, there's 2 more stores that are in the same area. One is a retail, one is a resale. Now there's 1 pair of shoes on the list. Wish Atlanta might have, but if they don't, I know that the other store that I'm going to does have it, but for a little bit over retail. So we've been going to 2 retail places. Now we're going to a resale place. Now the Adapts are sold out on sneakers, so that's a pretty good come up. So let's go ahead and think we're gonna go to those 2. And the others are kind of out there, so we're gonna see where we're gonna go from there. They're across town. We got a lot to get to. We're gonna hit out 4 in the first probably hour and a half. We'll knock out 4 stores, which is pretty nice. All right, now we are in Little 5 Points, Atlanta, which is not like this is kind of like the grungy area, kind of grungy, kind of not. It's just kind of the it's very Atlanta-esque, Little 5 Points. So there's like the first legal weed shop here, where it's like a medical marijuana place. There's a lot right next to a police precinct. It's really weird, but I'm gonna go over to 2 of the stores now, and it's like 1 o'clock right now. Usually I'd like to do this with like some sort of people from Atlanta, like friends, so I can have somebody accompany me just so it's more fun. But today it's just me. Maybe tomorrow I can see if anybody wants to pull up, but everybody's in Charlotte for the All-Star weekend, so nobody's really here. Here is Wish Atlanta. You can see they have a nice little underground setup of these sneakers. Really cool, like a little library underground. It's below the store, which is really sick. You can just see the nice little selection of shoes. All retail sneakers though. A lot of this stuff is on sale too. Like a whole wall is like 50% off, but there's like New Balances, Nikes, Jordan, like there's pretty much every kind of brand that you can think of. Adidas, they got like the 4Ds. So I just got the pair over from Wish, but when I was walking out I saw another pair of shoes that I liked a little more, but we're gonna head over to this other store right now. 3 for 3 so far. Here's Heat Atlanta. They got this nice little heat locker and then all the shoes on the wall. Didn't film much in here because it's super loud with music, and then they also have Keymasters and used sneakers. I wanted to get the turbo greens today. They only had a size 13. I walked around, I kind of looked on their IG to see what else they had. I was looking at this like off-white Volts, and then somebody walks in, trades the size 13 for a size 11, and I was able to cop literally as I was sitting in there. So really weird. Shout out to dudes over at Heat. They're always showing love. They're always giving the best price too. Like they honestly, they'll be like, what's a fair price? You know, what's StockX selling for? And I really appreciate that. 200 for the turbo greens, which I know, I don't think they're sitting retail anywhere, but they're 160 retail plus tax. That's 170. So I paid about $30 over what I would pay. So I don't feel bad about that. Now I gotta figure out what to do because it's only 1:30. There's 2 other stores that I can go to, but they're way across town and I need to go back to my apartment before I can go to them. Actually, there's one that I'm gonna try to hit now called Hype, but I've hit 4 so far. Now we're over at North Dekalb Mall, which is generally the slower mall. Today is actually a lot of cars, but usually there's like no cars there because this mall is really used for like filming some movies and stuff. So there's not a lot of stores, but I hope I can find a neon yellow pair of shoes for the store here because I don't know if they have them. I checked their Instagram, told them I was coming by, and hopefully we can find something. Obviously we're gonna have to find something because we're buying something at every sneaker store, but I just ate. I'm slowing down, but this is the 5th store of the day, and hopefully we can continue on. Forgot my phone in the car, so not a smart move. And then this store right here is Hype. If you guys can tell, they have a ton of used and new sneakers, a lot of off-whites. They have a really good selection. The Serenas I am dying to get. There's some Airmaxes. There's a lot of good sneakers in here. And just in general, they have a pretty decent selection. They also have the Keymasters too. So we just secured a pair of off-whites. I'm pretty hyped. Paid $600 after tax, so pretty good deal on those. And now I think that's 5 pairs. I think I might be done for the day. I have 5 pairs now, and I think what I'm gonna do is hold off till tomorrow to continue. So I got one store I gotta go all the way across town. I'm not gonna go to like every Foot Locker. I'm not gonna go to anything like that. I'm just going to unique stores like this one where it's a resale store. I'm gonna go to retail, like a unique boutique retail store where it's like the ones I've been to already. Get my stuff to go over to my parents' house, enjoy some dinner and family time, and then I'm gonna start back up tomorrow filming and then wrap up the video. Just made it back, and now I have to go in and get this little cart thing. Actually, I think it's in this car right here. So I need to go get this cart to put all the shoes that I got in it and bring them back inside before I head out. Got my little cart going. We got a lot of shoes to put in here. Five down, probably like 4 more to go. Cheers. Again, since I'm buying a bunch of new sneakers, a lot of the old ones I'm cycling out because I'm trying to put new, fresh stuff in on that wall. So these will be on the website that I'll talk about later with Squarespace. So since I'm going to be buying more sneakers, I want to try to see if I can trade at any of these stores for maybe these Belugas or the Core Red Yeezy V2s. So I'm going to be bringing these with me just to kind of see if any of the shops would be interested in trading so I could trade for something maybe a little bit bigger. One of the shoes that I want that I forgot to put on the list was the Jordan 1 Union in black. I still have not been able to find my size locally. So I'm going to just see if anybody's got any interest in having these Yeezys or these guys right here. Almost over to the next spot, which is Atl Addictions, and hopefully you can make a trade happen because I would like to get a pretty fire pair of shoes. Now, if he doesn't want to trade, that's fine. These are used sneakers, so maybe be a little bit harder of a sell for him, but I'm willing to let them go for a pretty cheap price, so we'll see what happens because I might have to get some heat. Spot one of the day, we are going to Atl Addictions. Now, this is a resale store, so they don't have shoes for retail, maybe unless they're not selling out. We're gonna see what we can get. We got the 2 shoes here for trades, so let's go in. Here we are pulling up at Atl Addictions. You can see the nice little selection. They have a ton of Jordan 1s. These are mostly new sneakers. Then they have a nice little heat wall behind this that has like all off-white Jordan 1s. It has off-white Airmax, like everything that you can think of. That's the little heat wall right there. They got a bunch of Supreme, and they also have a Keymaster as well. They have a great selection of sneakers. That was quick and easy. I ended up getting a pair of shoes that I needed to re-up on. I got them used, but my pairs just got like paint on them and totally beat up. So I ended up getting a second pair to kind of have a nice refresh. Actually pretty hyped on that. And I got them for a little bit over retail, used, but they went up in price. So I think it was a pretty fair deal. So you're gonna have to see that in a little bit. My truck won't open. No trade ended up happening because there wasn't really anything that was bigger size that I wanted to get. I wanted to get the Volts. I'm looking to trade for those. They just didn't have them in my size, only small sizes. So next we got premium kicks, and then we got versus Atlanta, and I think that's it. Like I've gone down the list of a bunch of them, and those are like the last 2. The only other one would be social status, which is in Atlanta, but they're the same thing as Amaminier, and they get the same inventory. So there's really no point for me to go there because it's a retail store, and I'm going to all the resale stores. So versus Atlanta, hopefully they have something good. I'm actually going to see if they want to do anything on the trade, so I'm going to text them. Here's the inside of premium kicks Atlanta. Huge selection of sneakers on. There's 2 sides of this. So just leaving this sneaker store, I don't want to like kind of put anybody on blast. I didn't end up getting anything from here. Maybe if by the time I end up filming, I end up getting something. They didn't have my size and like anything really that I wanted, so that was just kind of a tough thing in and of itself. The one that they did have was the pine green Jordan 1s, but the price was, you know, I understand shops gotta make their money. The price was a little bit too high for me, so I decided just to not go ahead and go that route. So now I have one more store I think left, versus Atlanta, and they apparently have some off-whites that I was kind of looking for. I just been kind of striking out with sizes, and that's like the one thing when you're buying in person, you have to think about like sizes and whatnot, whereas like online, like StockX, you can buy the sneaker in any size for the most part, any relatively popular shoe. Now I'm gonna go home, swap cars out. I'm going to look at a different car, if you guys even care about that, and then go to the other place. Versus Atlanta during the week only opens from 8. It opens at 3 to 6, so they're not open as much during the weekdays. They're closed on Sunday, so I'm gonna go there around 3 o'clock. So we got about 2.5 hours till then. So I can eat some lunch, go do some things with the cars, and then we'll check back in. About to pull up. Now this is gonna be tough to park, but another cool little area of Atlanta. This is just a little like Virginia Highland area. If you guys know, that might be parking. So this area is actually called the East Atlanta Village. Parking is a little tough, even though it's a Monday, which is odd. But I hope that the traffic on the way back is not what's bad, because I'm in the city and I gotta go back up a little bit more into the city. Here's the versus Atlanta selection. You got a nice little sneaker. We've been focusing a lot on sneakers lately in the store. Got some off-whites. They have a really dope vintage collection and a lot of nice Jordan 1s, as you can see. These might be something that I might have to look into picking up, but my camera makes the color look different. They look like Royals, but they're not. They're the court purple. Always nice hanging out with the people over there at versus Atlanta. Got the pair that I wanted from the other store, and we're doing good, and now I gotta keep you guys updated. I'm pretty set. I think this was a solid day of pickups. What a day. Or 2 days, that is. Jeez, that is a lot of shoes. Ooh, look at all these sneakers that are on this table. Let's go ahead and start opening this up and show you guys what we got. We have 7 sneakers total. I can't even think about the total right now of everything. First store we went to was Amaminier. The retail of these sneakers was $130. So this was a retail store, Amaminier, that is used, like they have it in all the sneaker shoppings in Atlanta. And this is in an area with a lot of different sneakers. So this is a Nike Air Force 1, if you can't tell. And this is a shoe that I've been wanting to get for a while. Just haven't pulled the trigger on, and I saw them and I was like, these are perfect to get. And that is the Carhartt Air Force Force One. You can see the upper has a nice tan canvas material, then the back has a nice brown corduroy, and the inside has like a wool, like a Carhartt jacket. Like little details like a Carhartt back here, Carhartt right there. But just in general, this is such a, like the cream color of the outsole. Just in general, the details on these are really nice at $130. I am hyped to have these. I got a size 10.5. And again, this was for retail. They had a few shoes there. They actually had the infrared 6s there for retail, but I just don't wear 6s like that. But now I kind of wish I would have gotten them for the specific video, but I love this shoe and I definitely will be keeping this and wearing it. You guys can tell I love Air Force One. After that, we moved on to the sneakers pop-up, which is right by where Amamanier is. And I cannot believe I was able to get these shoes. Let me move on this. This is the Nike Adapt BB, which is the basketball sneaker for the Adapt that are self-lacing shoes. You guys know that they had the Nike Adapts that were like $720 retail, pretty crazy high price. They're just selling for $450 right now on StockX. There's a little bit of profit to be made, but not much. I'm surprised I got these. Box is absolutely insane. Check this out, huge square. I don't even know how to go about opening this. I think I go pull this out, open it. Oh, here we go. Just like this. Whoa. Did the other shoe come out? It did. What in the world? All right, so here is the sneaker itself, the Nike Adapt BB. This is a very interesting design. I wonder how, like, I don't play basketball, so it's like hard for me to say if it's gonna be a nice performing shoe. Pull this out. I probably opened this box wrong. Here are the two sneakers, and then it looks like maybe this is the charging pad. I'm actually gonna charge these while I'm filming this, so in a little bit I can test it out. That was sneaker number 2. Number 3 is going to be a pair of Converse. This is from the Wish Atlanta, another retail store. This is an interesting shoe. They had a few different shoes there that I like. For example, they had like the Crimson Jordan 1s, but in like really big sizes, and I would have gotten those at my size, but that's where I went last time and got them in the wrong size. Thought they would be able to fit. This is actually a fur Converse. It's called it's a nice muted yellow, kind of like neutral browns colorway. Camo, really sick, and then it's got the fur on there. You can't go wrong with Converse, especially the ones that have the vintage midsole where you can see it's kind of like that off-white, like all the different CDG Converse are like that. And just in general, that vintage silhouette is so much better in my opinion. It's called like the 70s silhouette, I believe. So these were a pair that I got. Might be a little bit harder to wear, but again, I like to switch things up with something like a Converse because they're a great shoe, and I think they look great with jeans, with shorts. I think you can wear them a lot of different ways. This might be a little bit tough because of the colors though. Alrighty, after Wish, we went across the street to Heat Atlanta, and I was able to get the new Jordan 1s, which I actually forgot that I got these, and I'm really excited to be able to wear these. These are the Jordan 1, what are they called? The Turbo Green. This is another one that came out like the Crimson Jordan 1s, those orange ones. Oh, these are so fire. Check these out right here. Retailed at $160. Now, they kind of sold out in big sizes, but they were still available apparently in a few places, but this is a $160 retail. I got them for $200 at Heat Atlanta. Somebody walked in there with a size 11 and swapped for the 13 that they had while I was in there. Perfect timing. Just the suede on the outside. It's got the really tumbled leather. Now, the leather isn't actually that soft. It just looks a little bit more tumbled. And a lot of people don't like where it says Air Jordan right there, but I like the way that looks. Oh, I cannot wait to lace these up. I just love this. It looks vintage. You have that, I keep saying off-white, but it is an off-white midsole. Such a clean shoe. And these two, this and the Crimson, are a great pack. Those are one of my favorite shoes at the pickups. I only paid $200, and that was after tax, so it wasn't bad at all. Woo! The heater of the pack, which, golly, this is not my size technically, which I'm gonna have to figure out if that's something that I can run. They're a half a size too small, but without the insole in, they fit perfect, but I don't know if I should do that. All right, so you can see Nike swoosh. I wanted to get an off-white, and this is one that I had on my list. This colorway I couldn't get for retail, and they're going for about $500-600 now, so you guys can't tell what these are. These are the Nike Off-White Airmax. This is called the Parachute Beige colorway. We'll pull these out right here. These were from Hype. They are a resale store, so I was able to get them at resale. I paid about $600, which I'm happy with. You can see you got the orange swoosh there, which with that Palm Angels hoodie I was wearing, fire. I didn't think I was gonna like these, but when I put them on, I was really surprised. Like, I don't wear many Air Maxes, and I don't have many Off-Whites. The real Off-White Nikes, the only ones I have are these two right here, which is the Air Force One and the Jordan 1 UNCs, because I sold all the other ones. When I get offered a good deal on a pair of shoes, I will sell them. So these these are beautiful. They remind me of the All Hallows Eve colorway, but they're a little bit more darker to where I feel like they're easier to wear in that sense. Two more to go. We had Atl Addictions, which is a resale store, and I got a very simple shoe, which is the Yeezy Calabasas Power Fade. A lot of these sat for a long time. As far as like they restocked these, I got them for retail. Prices did end up going back up, but look at mine. Look how beat up these are. Oh, literally, I wore these painting. I've worn these out in the rain. So beat up. So I was like, perfect opportunity to get a used pair that are in amazing condition. The only thing is the bottom is worn. 170 on those. I think it's a good price because they're reselling for about 220 now, I believe. Maybe the market's changed a little bit, but that's fair. The retail is like 130, I believe. So nice re-up there. Very clean. And lastly, we went to Versus Atlanta, which is their sweet vintage store in the heart of Atlanta. They always show love over there. They always hook it up. And thank you guys for going and showing love there, because they see when you guys go over there, say what's up. They're focusing a lot on sneakers now, where they're having a good balance of vintage and sneakers. This pair right here is one I wanted to get because football wise, it matches my favorite team's colors. If you guys don't know, my whole family is from Maryland. I was born and raised in Atlanta, but I've been a Ravens fan since I was a kid. This colorway, woo, the court purple, literally the perfect Ravens shoes. Shout out Seth Fowler. He wears these to the Ravens game. He didn't even know I was a Ravens fan, but I don't post about it too much. I think I paid $280. I think I paid StockX price for these. I think it was $280 is what I paid. Check out that colorway. You have just the beautiful tumble leather there. You got the purple. So many fire shoes. So many different shoes for me to kind of switch things up. You might say they're not that different, but I would say they are. The Jordan 1s, the colorways are different. The Carhartt Air Force 1s, there's a lot of tan going on here. These are different from what I would typically wear, and these look so good with these Nike pants that I have. I'm so glad I ended up getting these. Power Phase are an everyday shoe. When I run to the grocery store, throw the Power Phase on, they're comfortable. Let's put on these BBs. Here they are on the charger. You can see they're charging there. If I take this off, it goes away. Put it back on and it starts charging. That's what the inside looks like right there. I'm not gonna take any of the plastic wrapping off just in case I decide not to keep these. Oh my, that is a tight fit. So even at their full looseness, they're really tight. Maybe it's because they're a 10.5. They don't look bad on feet. So watch, I'm gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna press the button. Whoa. That is a weird sensation, but it tightens it to the point where it is, you know, I guess a certain amount of pressure on your foot. That's really cool. This is a unique sneaker, but to me, I just don't play basketball enough to where I feel like I would use these, but glad I was able to get them and test them out, especially for retail. So that's what the charging pad looks like. Now, if you guys want to learn how to resell, make some money online, selling things, let's cover Squarespace, where you can build your online website. If you guys don't know what Squarespace is, it's essentially an online website builder where you can build your own platform. Let's say you want to start a resale page. You want to start reselling sneakers and Supreme. You can go ahead and create your own website, sell it directly through there. You don't have to deal with people like haggling you on price and things like that. You put up your price and people want to buy it, they can. That's what I really like about it. So if we go over to my shop right here, you can see kind of the layout. So there's a bunch of different layouts that you can do, like different designs, and you can pick maybe like, let's see, look at the template right here. This is the one that I have. It's called Supply. You can go on, pick all these different templates, like the Avenue one. A lot of these are good for different uses, but if you're doing templates like for selling, this is one that I really like. So you can see, basically I have all my different items up right here. I got the Off-White Air Force 1, the Gucci jacket. These shoes, all of them you can see when they get sold out, they kind of glow out so people know that they've all been sold. So like all these items I've already sold on the website. If I want to edit an item, I just click on it right here. Let's say I want to drop the price on this, which I think I do because it hasn't sold yet. I'm going to come over to pricing and variant. I'm going to go over and change the price to $550. Now I'm going to save it. Instantly the price is updated on my website. It's very easy to go ahead and manage the different parts of inventory and stuff like that. So if you guys want to get started with Squarespace, you can get a free 14-day trial plus 10% off your first purchase with my code. It is squarespace.com/Harrison. It'll be up on the screen as well as the top link in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below. I'll see you guys next time. This is Harrison signing out.